Each morning, real setups are broken down with entry strategies and technical reasoning behind every trade. This is today's best trade setups with Verified Investing.
Intel reported earnings last night, and let me tell you, it was a disaster. They're basically a break-even company right now, dropping over 13% this morning, has gotten a little bit of a bid. Could this be a little bit more telling on what's going to happen in the next sector in the this sector? The question is, what's happening in next week's earnings? We have a bunch of earnings reports that are coming out, and this could be the first signal that all these AI plays are not as strong as they are going to be. This could be just the tip of the iceberg that's starting to melt down. I do have a couple different levels. Welcome everybody. Thank you for joining me in today's best trade setups. My name is Benjamin Poole, and I'm going to cover a couple different stocks. Some of the stocks like AVGO are continuing to fall a little bit today, breaking some key support levels. So I have some long levels. Silver is continuing to rip higher, targeting that $100 level. Let's go ahead and jump into the charts. The first chart I'm going to go over is the chart of Oracle. We've gone over this several different times. If it drops a little bit more today, I have my first long level at $171.14. This is an aggressive level. If we start closing below this on Oracle, you've got this next pivot right here at $163. So this is an aggressive level at $171.14. A less aggressive level is this pivot top right here, as well as all this price consolidation at $163.08. AMD is actually getting a little bit of a bid today. Even though Intel is dropping, AMD got an upgrade, and so now it's jumping a little bit, up about $7 in the pre-market. $267.08 is still an aggressive level for the chart of AMD. I would be looking for a pierce of 270, knowing that it could go up to 275. So I would just dollar cost average into this on the way up for AMD. I also mentioned AVGO. Here's this critical support level that AVGO is currently trading below here at $321.42. In the pre-market, we're trading at $318.42. Here's going to be your first test. This is going to be your next level of support before this major run to the upside after it gapped above this. So as soon as price action gets back into this level around $316.60, that could be an opportunity for a long. However, for me, I want a little bit more of a move to the downside. I'm targeting this just above this gap fill, sitting at $306.26, knowing that it could pierce 300 and get to this wide range green bar candle. This was a previous gap in the charts. What I like about this is you've got all of this price consolidation here, as well as the fact that this is a wide range green bar candle, indicating that there were a ton of buyers who were sitting in this trade at one time, pushing the stock up before this massive move to the upside. So again, 306.26 is that level. MU is another stock that we've been monitoring. It did have this nice fall right in the morning session, got down to 377. And then all of a sudden, the buyers just were stepping up and driving this and actually taking this positive. It closed at $397.58. I'm still targeting a short level on MU. It at a pierce of 400, actually $410 is my shortable level for this stock. This is just an astounding move to the upside. It's not continuing to push with wide range green bar candles, but the bigger the tails are on the bottom, that still means that there are plenty of buyers in here. So it could get up to this $410 level. If it can pierce yesterday's pre-market highs at 403.91, I think it's going to get up there. Knowing that you get some continued momentum in these, even with the negative reports for that happened on Intel. MU can still continue to push higher. So 410 would be my first entry level, and I would dollar cost average every $3 higher on the stock of MU, just because I know that it can continue to rally. You know, a $30 move from yesterday's lows is it can't happen on these stocks. And so I'm looking for a continued move to the upside and dollar cost averaging up, if that is what it needs to happen for us to bring our average price a little bit closer. All right, Let's go ahead and go into the next stock we were monitoring is Netflix. Netflix looked like it was getting a nice bid the other day. And then yesterday we had this nice sell-off. If we start closing below $82.39, your next downside target is $77.21. It did break, it did get close to the $80 level. I'm not interested in the $80 level. For me today, $77.21 is a long level on Netflix, especially if we can start piercing these lows, then we can get a nice move to the downside. Enter here, and this is going to be a lot of support right here on the chart of Netflix. Intel, let's go ahead and jump into this. Intel got down as low as $46.51. Here's a minor gap in the charts at $46.97. This was a previous gap in the charts. It is getting a little bit of a bounce off that. So looks like the markets are trying to save Intel, continuing to drive the price up a little bit. As you can see, now price action is trading at $47.36. If we break below this lows of the pre-market session, $46.51, I am targeting $44.06. From the current price, that would still be another 7% to the downside. And this is going to have a massive snapback effect if we can get price action right into that level in the first hour, hour and a half on the chart of Intel. MKC, we were monitoring yesterday, $60.84. It didn't happen until later on in the afternoon session. I did not go long. It was too late in the afternoon. This is still, you're going to be a really key support level. If it does fail this level at this gap fill, you're targeting double bottom. So my long level today would be $59.18. Both of these are good for swing trade levels. However, for a day trade, it can pierce this $60.84 and get down to $59.18. And that would give me the best opportunity for an entry price on the stock of MKC. And so that's what I'm targeting. APP has dropped a little bit, continues this negative selling pressure. Like I mentioned, you were going to get a little bit of a bounce on this gap. I didn't get into this. It was, again, is too aggressive. Now, if we can start breaking this low at $515 right here, then I'm going long at $489. You should stop around the $500 even number. But if it flushes through there, I'm going to look to pick this up at $489.30. Another stock that's dropping a little bit, had a nice recovery day the last couple of days. But notice how all these tails are still here. You had two tails. This is saying that the sellers are in control of this stock on Robinhood. So for me, I'm targeting $100 even number peers, $99.82 if we can get a drop. This wouldn't be a huge drop on the price action of Robinhood. However, the psychological $100 even number or psychological level at $100 peers is going to be a key level, knowing that I've got additional support with this wide range green bar candle, a couple different low pivots right in this area at $97.82. I can just add $2 lower on Robinhood, and additional support is at this low pivot and all this price consolidation right here. You don't always catch the bottoms, so we have to be able to maneuver when we're doing the live day trading room, and this is how I'm going to maneuver through this trade if we can get a fall. Reddit is another stock, had this wide range red bar candle, got back down to this low gap fill, had a nice bounce. If we can start closing below $208.62, you should get a continued sell-off. I'm targeting just above the or just below the $200 even number at $199.82, with this gap in the charts at $195.11. So what I would be looking to do is average into this, and I would add every $2, knowing that just because the gap is there doesn't mean that it can't flush through that. And so adding every $2 lower on the chart of Robinhood or on the stock of Robinhood could be, or on Reddit, could be a great opportunity for us to keep our average price really close. So that way, when we get that bounce, we can take some decent profits on that. All right, now let's go into the chart of silver. Silver never got to my level at the $97.50. It is continuing to push higher. It is targeting that $100 even number, whole round number peers. Let's go ahead and dive into this chart right now. It's still technically in an uptrend. What we're monitoring is this upsloping trend line. As you can see, This has been major support every single time it's hit. And now it's approaching $100. So for me, SLV is what I'd be shorting at a pierce of $100. I'm actually looking for $100.25 per ounce on the chart of silver. And then I would be looking to go short on SLV. And I'm sure if I don't go short, Gareth Soloway is going to be going short as well. And as of late, we've been doing a pretty good job in the live day trading room. So if you want us to monitor those trades with you alongside of us, join the Apex live day trading room. And so that way you can get the same information that is available on our track record. We're positive on the year pretty significantly, over 5%. So it's a good thing. Jump in with us so that way we can help guide you through these trades as well. Gareth Soloway is going to be talking about the divergences that are happening with Intel shooting down and a trade deal with NVIDIA and China. You guys don't want to miss that. He's going to be going live in less than 4 minutes. And thank you so much for joining me this morning at 8:45. I will see you guys next time in the charts. You guys have a great rest of your day and take care.